across the globe. Stop what you are doing and watch this very important, informative, educational interview on the importance of every woman's reproductive health. We ask for everyone now to turn your attentions to the screen and take a look at one of the lives that the Global Renaissance Women's Project team has changed. Now let's get into how impactful it is, where our approach can change lives profoundly. CeeCee, tell us your experience.
I met Dr. Chi. I was going through a lot of medical health issues. That was 2 years before I met her. And I was going to different doctors. I went to my family doctor and he did a lot of testings on me. He did MRIs, he did TC scans, he did ultrasounds, he did a lot of testings, and he wasn't able to find anything. And I was in so much severe pain that then I saw my gyno. He did an ultrasound and he just said, I have fibroids. So you're always going to be in pain unless you go on birth control. But I've never been one to take any kind of medication. I'm not going to go on birth control. I've never been on birth control. I'm not going to do it now. I'm 36 years old. So I went to another OBG and he said, well, yes, you do have fibroids, but I think you also have endometriosis and I think you have adenomyosis. That doctor that told me all that, I didn't like the fact that he saw me as a number and just a patient. He went in the room fast and left. Yeah. Then he came back and didn't even know my name. And he was just kind of looking at me like, okay, so what was your problem? And I was like, okay, obviously this doctor doesn't care. Yeah. So I left. And at this time, every time I would leave doctor's office, I would cry. Yeah. Because I was like, valid. Who's going to help me? And then in December, I met Dr. Chi. Yeah. And it was weird the way I met her because I was praying for her. I can't tell you how many times too we've had clients say that Dr. Chi just came to them after praying and feeling that energy they needed someone, and Dr. Chi appears. I believe that God sent her to me. I do truly believe that, because I was getting ready to almost give up. I was I'm never going to find someone that's going to help me. So why don't we hear from Dr. Chi now on her experience of the entire program with CeeCee.
I remembered specifically as we were talking how profound your headaches were. And that day when I met with you, I remember you said, no, I'm not feeling so good. My head, I can't take it no more. I remember saying to you, stay right there, don't move. From this day on, you will never have another headache. And you did sat there, and I went to the car and got this. And yes, I did mention to you that while we were talking, we sat there talking, while I did that application on you where we spray the solution on the forehead. I did ask of you, do you trust me? And it's anything right now was work. And I sprayed the solution on your forehead, and then I put the other topical solution, and we begin to speak. And I asked of you, how long have you been dealing with this? And you mentioned for however long. I'm just at the last point of my time experiencing this headache. I cannot take it anymore. So while we were there talking, I said to you, matters of the heart. And you said, my heart? There's nothing wrong with my heart. And I said, no, not the organ. Not the organ. Matters of the heart, where you're dealing with some heart, emotional, psychological situation that perhaps allow your heart to be either broken, overwhelmed, you're stressed, and many other things. And we didn't even get into the reproductive health of you yet, because we were dealing with the headaches and matter of the heart. But while we were there talking, I used that time to be able to let you know how quickly that headache would have been gone. So I looked at my clock. It was less than 5 minutes on my watch. And I said, so how is the headache? And you said, it's gone. I remember you said, the headache is gone. And I said, fantastic. Well, now we are going to make an appointment for you to see me. You will be my first patient. And I got all your reports and diagnosis and scans. and I went over it, or let's say overnight or so, and you came back, I was able to let you know your thyroids, yes. The knowledge that you gave me and what I'm looking on per your report tells me reproductive destruction. And I said to you, we will have to put you on a 6 to 8 months per se program to restore you totally. And so the first and foremost would have been chelation orally, because, and then I teach you every details, because the fact of the matter is, as I gave to you, every details of our administration, of our protocol, it's literally teaching. We are not giving you formulation medications, even with other individuals, to say, take this, and you do not know why, what it is for.
You are actually self-managing yourself, and we are aiding you.
So we are together. We're like a team together, allowing you to learn about you, to learn about the things that affect you, and where you will go from there, and the long-term effect of it. Isn't that correct?
Yes. Every month, it just kind of was better and better. At first, because I would get a lot of like blood clots, they were a little less. I would still get them, but less. I didn't have pain the first month after that. I didn't have pain. I wasn't as moody. For 2 days before my period, I would get very moody. I wasn't as moody. I just started noticing every month getting better and better. Also, I forgot to mention, before I met Dr. Chi, like the day before, I had called to schedule a hysterectomy. They also said that I was premenopause. And so when I met her, it was like I said, a Tuesday or Wednesday, and then that Thursday I was gonna schedule the hysterectomy. And so I never scheduled it, because I met Dr. Chi, and then I just went with the program. After doing all the cleanse on my uterus and everything, I got an ultrasound not too long ago, and the doctor said, your uterus is super clean. Like, you don't have no fibroids. And of course, like I said, the endometriosis and adenomyosis, they have to go in there to scrape to actually see. But he said, you are very clean. Like, your uterus is very clean. And so I wanted to cry because I was so happy.
A woman is governed by her reproductive system. Men will govern by their mind, their mindset, their thoughts, their actions, while women, every part of them is under the direction of the reproductive her. Most people do not understand the exuberation of a woman's daily her. You can get up in great spirit, bright you, be a part of the world, and do everything that you love and be who you feel like you want to be that day. But then another time you can just wake up, get up, and it's just, you're a bummer. I'm not feeling good that day. I am not a part of the day. I just don't want to talk to anyone. A lot of women go through this, and in most cases, like what you expressed before, their family practitioner will tell them, oh, it's your hormones, yes, or it's in your mind, yes, and what will they do about it? She is left all alone, and repeats itself throughout. A lot of women go through this change or changes during the time when their cycle is about 4 days. From 5 days up to the first day of your cycle, you will be able, in some cases, to experience this kind of change within your mind, within your emotion, the way you think, the way you act. A lot of women will cry all the time for no reason. A lot of women stay far away from her because she's so snappy and things like that. It is the changes that takes place reproductively. Now, in your case, you also was diagnosed with thyroid ill health.
Yes. I was diagnosed with thyroid issues since I was 13.
Okay.
So I was on and off the pill for a long time.
What pill did they have you on?
Levothyroxine.
Okay.
And I was on and off.
And they told you that would have been for all your life. You have to stay on that.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was on it when I was 13 all the way to I was 19. I got pregnant. They took me off of it. And then I went back on it when I was 27 when I got pregnant with my second son.
Yes.
And then I was on it until a year and a half ago.
Okay. So you had hair falling out. Now,
Yes.
a lot of thyroid issues with women, it really stems from hormonal imbalances, reproductive you. One would never understand, even some of the doctors, does not correlate reproductive issues with thyroids.
Yeah.
The thyroid is a major part of your reproductive health. And so does, like the breast, so does your hypothalamus, so does your nervous system. It's part of your whole endocrine you. And it plays major role when there is an imbalance or of a defect in or on through the reproductive you. This is what is happening to a lot of women. Then they put them on the medication. Most people go on Synthroid and they would live on it forever. Are you on any thyroid medications now?
No.
You are off of it. Is your hair falling out?
No.
Okay.
And I have more energy.
And you have more energy. Well,
I didn't have energy before.
Wonderful. And now I remember you're looking radiant, really radiant. You have an accentuated face. You're just beautiful. I always say to you, you need to go and get into modeling because of who you are right now. But that is the outer part of you. Let's go into the internal you. How are you feeling, sleeping, acting, being, thinking, exuberating, emotionally, psychologically? Give us some quick synopsis on that.
I feel alive. I can think. I don't feel like I have a foggy brain anymore where I couldn't focus. I can focus now. I have more patience with my kids because I feel good. I'm able to enjoy the little things more.
You're enjoying life more.
Yes.
I remember you said to me, I'm so happy. I'm alive and I'm happy. You feel so happy. You're doing so many different things. Now, the major part, how is your monthly cycle and your period?
Now it's
You just have your period.
I just have my period.
You just have your period just like everybody else.
I don't get it bloated like I used to anymore.
Also, you have experienced a spiritual growth.
Yes. I don't hold a lot of guilt anymore.
Or grudges.
Or grudges or fear. I feel much better, but we did work on that for many months.
Yes.
I always pray every morning and I listen to Christian music,
uplifting music, and you make a reconnection to your Father in heaven,
Yes.
Father God. And we always, as I taught you, which we talked about with many others, it is so important to understand that we, women, are daughters of God, daughters of heaven.
Yes.
We are the epiphany of life, and we're supposed to feel it, enjoy it, and be a part of it, just the way we were created to be and do.
Yes.
As we're speaking here, would you say, put yourself in some other women's shoe or position that they're in at this moment, would you say, if you had listened to what they gave to you, the advice they give to you to remove your uterus, what do you think would have happened today getting your uterus out of you at that time?
I just truly believe that God gave you every organ for a reason. And that just didn't sit well with me when they would tell me that. I was like, there's no way I'm going to remove it. What's going on? There's got to be something else I can do. So I'm just happy that I didn't listen to them, because it was already we were talking about removing it 6 months before that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just happy I never listened to them. I just really wanted to find someone that would naturally help me. And that's what Dr. Chi did. And I'm happy that I didn't, because I probably would still be going through a recovery and trying to still I probably would have had more issues.
Absolutely. So what we're saying here right now, it is not that your gynecologist or family practitioner might not come to the conclusion that your uterus needs to be removed. Yes, they can, they will. Continue to do so. But it is always important to do research and have second and third and fourth opinions.
Yes.
Because what we believe in, that we should do everything necessary to the last line.
Yes.
To find a way necessary to save that place called the uterus. As mentioned, it is a planet. It is responsible for bringing forth into the global community, into the earth, human beings like ourselves. We want more women to have that same direction of mind that you had then, to say, you went home and you research.
Yes.
You went home and you read up. You went out and you seek. But more so, you asked God for guidance.
Yes.
You prayed and asked Him for guidance, because He is the one who put that uterus in you. So, with you taking that initiative and allow for you to be where you are today, we commend you. We are very proud of you that you can stand here today, sit here today, to say to other women, your uterus can be saved. What would you tell other women who will be seeing you talking about this at this time?
I would tell them to do a lot of research on their own. If they don't like what they hear the first time, go get a second opinion. If they don't like the second opinion, go get a third. Until it sits right with you, then that's what you should do. But you should always, always, always educate yourself and do a lot of research.
And so now that we have implemented the Global Renaissance Women's Project, would you tell all the women out there to do what they can to find us?
Yes, I think they should. They should do a lot of research and hopefully pray to God that they send you their way.
Myself and my team.
Yeah.
See, I'm not able to take all the credits. Myself and my team, we work tirelessly to allow this to happen. Would you say at this time, if you so wish, you can always go and have a child if you so wish?
Yes.
Exactly so. And 3 years ago, you wasn't able to do that. So not only did we restore the life, health, functionality, and future of your uterus, we also put you in a position that you can go ahead and create life force.
Yes.
And that is what we are working to do. That is what we want every woman to be able to consider. And if anything that is going on with any and every woman out there in the reproductive them, always remember whom you are. You are actually chosen to be the carrier, the nurturer, and the future of life force, human being, health and well-being of humanity on the planet Earth.
And there you have it. Every woman across the globe experiences one reproductive health problem or another. Well, no more. Contact us and we will change your life forever. This is what the Global Renaissance Women's Project is all about. Changing one life after another in the world of our global women. You too can experience and live the life you were intended to, the same way that CeeCee and many other women are continuing to enjoy their renewed lives to this day. Thank you all for watching. Now remember, subscribe and become a member. Becoming a member gives you access to information, guidance, educations, and teachings of the Global Renaissance Women's Project intended to change your lives for the better.